Hello, children. So, today our topic is about the socializing agents. Yesterday, we actually talked about the socialization. We discussed about what is socialization. So, basically, socialization, if you see, it's the process of social learning. That how individuals are acquiring knowledge, skills, and the dispositions. So it is nothing but the process of social learning, and that's how they become well equipped. They become capable enough to participate as effective members of groups and so to say the society. So when we talk about socializing agents, so there are a lot of people who are helping us to socialize. They are helping us in a way to be able to learn socially. So when we come in contact with these groups, we are grooming ourselves, we are learning even in better ways. So they are nothing but agents. These groups are agents, so they are called the agents of socialization. So you can see here in on the slide. So we'll be of course doing the mass media, school, family, and the peers. So these are the four areas that we'll be doing, right? So out of these four, we have the parents, and of course, most importantly, your own family members. They are the most important in terms of socializing agents. And we are of course learning maximum here because that's the maximum time. We are spending most of our times with our family members. And then of course is your school time, right? That's also called your second home. But as of now, because of the COVID, you must have noticed that it's just the entire day, 24 hours, you are in the house and you are getting the maximum nurturing from your parents in the most direct way. So firstly, we'll begin with parents. How are they called the socializing agents? So one is of course to begin with, there is this way of really rewarding your own children. So parents have ways to encourage their children, and they do it by rewarding them. So that could also be verbally, by praising them, by appreciating them, or also maybe by in a way of maybe also discouraging certain behaviors. And they can maybe even put their children in certain situations at times. And that's how they are learning a lot of experiences, positive experiences, getting opportunities, how they can maybe face challenges in life. So there are ways to encourage, and also sometimes how in a tangible way, like literally giving them something, like giving a chocolate or maybe a gift to your child. So that's a way of positive reinforcement. We will understand about these reinforcers ahead in other units to come. Then, there is a way of another way is the parenting style, how you basically nurture your children in what way. So, one is that either parents can be very, very authoritative, or they could be very democratic. So there is a contrast between how much are you accepting as a parent and how much are you controlling as a parent. So it's very important as parents also that they should be able to accept their children. They should be able to really make use of different strategies where they're able to interact and try and be more democratic, and not very authoritative. And then of course, in what conditions are they really trying to uh, bring up their children? They're trying to influence their children. So in what situations are they, and still trying to give their very best. And of course, even the grandparents, so to say, are equally responsible. How much time are you spending with them? Quality time, and what are the values they probably are inculcating. So all of this. Then, in terms of school, if you see, children's school is helping the children not just in terms of the cognitive skills, which talks about reading, writing, mathematics, but even the social skills are being groomed in the school, like how to behave with elders, how to basically fulfill responsibilities, and a lot of these norms, rules, many of these things are being learnt in the school. A lot of the many of the positive qualities also in terms of self initiative, self control, responsibility, creativity. So all these things are being learned in the school, if we see, right? So then the next is your which is called your peer group. That's also quite interesting, because the peer group, if you see children, it is nothing but the extension of the social network beyond home. So your friend circle is so important, it is so crucial, right? When you come back from your school, all you want is your friends in the evening to maybe go for a walk, or to go, do some cycling or play in the outdoors with them, or maybe to play something, inside, or to be, on a particular game on your mobile together. Anyhow, like how in what way are you spending the most quality time, with your peers? So this is nothing but, you can say the extension of your social networking, so friendship, of course, is important, because it's giving you a chance to in a way, do a lot of things collectively, you know so one can be that you do so many activities together, you play together. A lot of qualities you are building when you're together, like there's sharing, there's trust, there's mutual understanding, there's role acceptance, fulfillment, so, and of course there's also like how children are learning to assert their own point of view, and accept and adapt to those of others. So assertion is a very important life skill, where you, if you feel you need to say no to something, you actually say no to it. So that's assertion. That's again something which you're learning a lot when you come in touch with your friends. Self identity is getting groomed, in your own social circle, right? So then we have the media, social media. Then the media influences, mainly the three areas are your newspapers, your books, and your cinema. So this is, of course, greatly grooming the children when we talk about taking them for a good movie, or reading good books with them, or for that matter reading newspapers with your own children, you know but at times, when you watch something that's too heavy for children, you pick up a very heavy movie on the television, where there could be some violence or something which is not appropriate for their age. So, of course, it is in a way negatively influencing these children, and that can also, maybe induce or enhance the aggression in them, so to say, the violence in them, because kids tend to pick up a lot of things, whatever they see, they watch, they hear, so they are quite observant for that matter. So this was all about, the agents of socialization. So how these four aspects, family, peer group, school, and mass media, they're playing a major role in in sort of social learning, in inculcating these skills, or for that matter grooming these individuals to be absolutely ready to enter the societies, to enter the groups as effective members. So all of them are contributing in terms of social learning. So thank you so much, children.